Hey there, I'm Lee Kellogg, and thank you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate you spending a few more minutes with me on another nature journaling adventure. Today we are looking at Chamisa, or rabbit brush, depending on what part of the country you live in. It's a intermountain, Great Basin, Western US sort of plant. It likes dry environments. We're also going to be looking at sagebrush today because there's some sagebrush growing in here, and sagebrush is found almost exclusively in the Great Basin. So let's go look at, we're going to look at yellow rabbit brush, rubber rabbit brush, and sagebrush. So thank you for joining me. Let's go have a look. It's what I call yellow flower season, and especially in the Southwest, but we're still here in Oregon. And this is rabbit brush, also known as Chamisa. And we've actually got two kinds of rabbit brush here. We've got a larger one and a lower one. In each segment I'll go in and talk about the differences and their names and all of that. But we also will be looking at sagebrush, which is growing right in here, which is not found in most of the Southwest. That is a Great Basin plant. But today it's yellow flower season when the chamisa blooms and the sunflowers start blooming. And then the asters, the purple asters, which contrast nicely with the yellow. All right, so this shrub that's here in front of us, dead center, is big sagebrush. And I know in Oregon we actually have at least two kinds of sagebrush, big and little, and it has to do with the leaf size and the lobes on the leaves. And since we don't have little sagebrush here to compare, we're just going to talk about big sagebrush. Very aromatic. And I'm getting down to the trunk because this sagebrush is pretty old. He's pretty gnarly. He's got this big old trunk here, and he probably stands about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. Getting ready to bloom. That's what these little spires are up on top. Right in here, these are flower blossoms. And you know, sage is what you frequently find in the smudge sticks, that it's aromatic. The leaves are lobed. Look down here, the leaves are lobed, and so that is telling in the type of sagebrush that it is. So there we go. I'm going to make this the third entry for our nature journaling today. This big old gnarly sagebrush. There's quite a bit of gnarly sagebrush around here, and it's wonderful fun. It smells good after it rains. It's a real pretty plant. Ranchers don't like it because it can be invasive, but to me it's just part of the Great Basin Western landscape, and the smell is so indicative also. All right, looking at the journal pages here. We're in the shade, so I apologize for the sort of weird lighting, but it's a little difficult. So there's our chamisa with the yellow rabbit brush and the rubber rabbit brush, which I think let's just say that fast 3 times. The rubber rabbit brush is a little shorter, definitely shorter, about 18 inches high, where the yellow rabbit brush is 24 to 36 inches high. And believe it or not, both are in the aster family. And asters are those purple flowers that bloom in the fall, right about the time that most of the chamisa is blooming, especially in Santa Fe. And then here we've got the big leaf sage, and I had a little, I think it's a blue racer lizard, tiny little guy, no more than about 4 inches long, crawl over my foot and was gone before I could grab my camera to take a picture. But there he is, quick sketch, nothing scientific or exact, but just a quick memorialized sketch that I saw one. Because we don't see too many lizards. I see fence lizards here, but the blue racer is pretty cool. I've only seen them in Arizona before and New Mexico. So I hope you enjoyed that fun little exploration into 2 types of rabbit brush. Who knew? Who knew there was more than one? We just always called it rabbit brush or chamisa, depending on where you live. And looking at sagebrush found in the Great Basin. So thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. You can find more on my website, leekellogg.com. Subscribe to this channel and you can receive notifications when I update and put new videos up. There's always another one. And I also produce Creativity Monthly. Sign up for the monthly newsletter. I don't barrage you with a bunch of stuff. And we will see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.